my time is worth it. They don't wanna see me win, so the time is perfect. They don't fool me once, put the blame on me, but I won't go back again. Now I got my honeys, told the whole team to run it, then we done with living average. Had to get my bag, fly out Perico. Slap my racks with a brand new C-No. She don't wanna tell her brand new ego. Now she ran back to me.
Alright boys, what is up? Welcome back to episode 2 of my YZ250 Build series. This is a 2005 YZ252 stroke that I paid $1,500 for. In the previous video I had my suspension completely rebuilt and revalved for my weight, my race style, to really dial in the suspension. As well as the suspension, we've also got some fresh tires on here. I've got the Kenda Millville 2s. If you want to get caught up, go check out the previous video. That would be episode 1. We're now watching episode 2, and let's get into it. I'm going to be putting on some new plastics today. I've got all my protection parts I'm going to be putting on. And yeah, 2020 plastics. It's going to be looking sick, and I can't wait to see how it looks once it's done. Let's get it. I've got 2 different plastic kits. Right now I'm going to put on this one. The other one we'll save for another day. It's over in that corner over there. For now we're going to be going with the blue plastics. Show you a little bit of what I got in here. I got some handguards. I'm not going for the full bend. I've got a chain guide. I've got an option of these frame protectors or these color frame protectors. I might honestly use that blue and just blue everything out because I've also got the skid plate. There's the airbox for the Restyle kit. I know there's going to be some things that I have to reuse on this airbox. That's something I'm just going to have to figure out once the time comes. I'll film as much as I can and show as much as I can, but I'm also going to have to be figuring it out at the same time. So as far as maintenance, we're probably going to do that in episode 3. I really need to do it now, but it's made it this far. It'll be fine. Let's get into it. I've got the pin pulled from the top of the subframe. I've basically got these bolts loose. I'm going to go ahead and start from the back and work my way forward. Mainly because this airbox is the most thing that I'm unsure about. I'm trying to go ride later. So, alright, so now that I got the top subframe bolt loose and these bottom ones, all that I need to do is disconnect the airbox, which I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. There's a little clamp in here to the airbox boot, which we are going to be keeping for the airbox. Yeah, all I got to do is loosen this up and the whole subframe should be able to come off. And I'm going to put the whole thing back together and ready to bolt up before I put it back on. So I had trouble getting the subframe off because of this little clamp right here. If I zoom in, you'll see why. A little bolt right there is stripped out, and it was a pain in the ass to get it off the carburetor. I eventually found a screwdriver that was perfect enough to be able to run that bolt out just enough to where I could pry it off. But to make it a little bit easier on pulling it off, I went ahead and pulled the subframe off while I was on the bike. I'm gonna have to reuse this little boot here for the airbox, and as far as swapping them over, I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to watch a video again. Alright, so we can get this out of here for right now. Alright boys, so I found what I need to do. Here's my airbox. This is the air boot side, and there's a clamp right inside here, as you can tell right there. Basically, all I need to do is loosen this up, and this will pull the old boots out, and we will reuse that into the new airbox. Now that you got the clamp off, the cage should just come right out like that. We'll need this little plastic piece here. That is pretty much it. We're able to go ahead and get this boot out of here. You can kind of see how I'm working that out of there. I just pulled down one side. It's a little bit difficult, but it's doable. And there it is. There's the boot, and that is the old airbox there. So now we're going to be reusing this boot, putting it into the new style airbox, and basically we're just going to be putting everything back together, but backwards. So okay, so I've got the air boot onto the new airbox. Actually went pretty easy. I was kind of surprised. I'm not going to keep this air filter forever. I'm actually going to try to replace that next episode whenever we do maintenance. Now we've got to take off the mud flap. It's hard doing this one-handed. So there's these little fasteners right here, right? I'm just going to pop these out. These right back on here. You get the idea. It's hard to do one-handed, but yeah, just slide them on. Gonna put the mud flap on. I'm gonna go ahead and put the subframe on. If there's anything technical about that, I'll show you. Okay, so I was just trying to put the rear fender on, and I noticed something that looks off. You guys see it yet? You probably do. The end of the subframe bracket is supposed to have this little tab right here. Mine does not. You can tell that it was cut off and then this little bracket was put on here. Basically, trying to slide this on, you can tell this tab that they put on is quite a bit bigger than the insert on here. So easy fix. All I gotta do is grind this down. I'm not gonna worry about replacing the subframe or anything. I'll be back. You guys shouldn't have this trouble. It should be a one-off thing, but you know, if you do, you just gotta make it work sometimes. It's really hard to do with the camera in my hand, so I'll be back. And there we have it. One mounted rear fender onto a new airbox. All we gotta do is put it back on the bike, and then everything else should be pretty easy rolling. Of course, it's because I rolled back my fender pretty far, but this new style fender looks quite a bit longer. Unless I actually rolled it back that far, I don't know. I'm excited to see it all together. Subframe all mounted back up, got it all bolted down, upper and lower. Rear fender all mounted up. I did that all at once, put the piece on. As you guys can see, I've got the blue number plates. It's really hard to find these newer blue number plates. I have found that if you go to Cherubis website and order the full plastic kit, that is about the only way that you can get these blue number plates. Maybe some way, somewhere, there is a way to order them, but this is the only way that I found from whenever I looked. I do believe that the subframe is bent, so that's something I'm gonna have to try to find on eBay eventually. I can tell it must be a little bit tweaked. You can kind of see it there. How it's out of line with the rear tire. It's not too bad. It's not noticeable really. I'm not gonna worry about it right away. Let's get these on. Still need to put some bolts in it, but that is looking nice. That is what I'm talking about. I just love all the angles and everything on these newer years. I'm stoked to see it all together. Let's go. Alright boys, I made some pretty good progress. You can start to see it. Oh man, it is looking slick. I don't have any bolts in here yet. I don't know if I'm just gonna try to clean this up. I'm gonna peel these stickers off and see how it looks underneath. If it looks decent, I'll just clean it up for now. But eventually I would like to get an oversized tank anyway. But god damn, it looks sick. Next up, we just gotta do the front fender. As what my plan is, I'm just gonna unbolt these, take off the front fender, line it up on the new front fender. Also, for now we're gonna have to throw the old fork guards on. If you guys know if the new style fork guards would fit on here, let me know. I'm just gonna match up these holes, drill it out, and it's ready to go back together. So, okay, it's been a while since my last update. I've been adjusting minor things, just like my levers and whatnot, just stuff to my preference, and yeah, it's been a minute since I've updated. So, I've got everything back together as far as the plastics and whatnot, but I've got a little bit of a mess going on, so ignore that. I'm trying to hurry so I can go ride. Got the handguards on. They were a little bit of a pain, not too big of a deal. I'm not too big on these style that you like have so many adjustments to them. They serve their purpose. I got them just to block dirt whenever I'm racing. Honestly, probably not gonna get the full bend handguards on this YZ. It has enough vibration as is. Once I get the fast flex bars, if I do ever get those anyway, those would be something that I would get the full bend handguards on, but right now I'm fine with these. They're flimsy. I'm not too worried about that. They are what they are. Moving on back, got these plastics all lined up, got my exhaust all mounted up, got my grab handle mounted back up, got the frame guards on. Need to just put this bolt back in. I realized that right as I picked up the camera. Just had to run a zip tie around both ends, top and on this brake reservoir. There's like a little extender piece that you put in here, and then it's got a little bolt inside of that just for extra security at the bottom. Same deal on your shifter side. Just have like a little deal that goes in here. You can see that bolt. Last thing I just put on was this Acerbis chain guide. The thing is super stout. Like, it's plastic, but it is super hard plastic and has like no give to it. As you can see, it's got 4 bolts at the bottom there. This is actually a cap right here. It just pops off, 4 bolts hold it in, and makes it nice and easy to hold your chain on. The other things that I've got to put on is the skid plates. I'll probably go ahead and do that today. I'll probably go ahead and throw the foot pegs on because I don't want to poke any more holes in my boots or cut my leg anymore on that. That's kind of annoying, so.
I wish that I was a kid again. Back when I wish I was imminent. Scared of reality setting in. Taking the time I won't get again. Wish I didn't need a wish.
Alright, so I've been fighting forever on getting this spring that came with these foot pegs to work. So I'm just going to use the factory spring because that seems a hell of a lot easier. Pretty nice way to destroy your hands. There we go. Talking about. No more broken foot peg. That is way better. Hell yeah. Alright boys, I just took her for a quick rip around the house. I've got everything on now. The thing is looking great. Got it all blued out. Blue frame guards, got the foot pegs on, blue skid plate, hand guards all on. Still got some grips to put on, but I'm not gonna do those yet. My hands are gross. We'll do those another time. The skid plate is pretty nice though. Everything's mounted up and it's solid too. So again, try to find a seat, tank. Everything's ready to rip. Let's go hit the track. I got roasted by some street tires. Can't see a damn thing coming up to this jump.
Too much to say, I got a song. I make a living, I'm fighting my wrongs. Virginia to death, but my dream in the West. Got a puff on my chest, you can make me a pawn. Just got a text that new shit is fresh, man. I wish you the best, you deserve to be on. Ain't gotta deal with Atlantic, but they going frantic about it, they're over the